Yeah, Maria, I never thought I'd fall into the world of crypto until every bank started canceling us for absolutely no reason whatsoever other than the fact that my father was in politics, right? I mean, we got canceled by absolutely everybody. They came after us viciously. And it wasn't until that time that I realized how important crypto was, right? Something that's cheaper, faster, more transparent. You can't be canceled. That's global. And it's what made me fall in love with Bitcoin.
For a family that's long thrived in the world of high finance, glitzy developments, and political headlines, this pivot into the digital frontier marks a dramatic and telling shift. Eric Trump and Donald Trump Jr. aren't just making noise, they're making a statement. Their investment into Bitcoin mining signals more than a business decision. It's a declaration of independence from the very system they claim turned against them. At the heart of it all is the belief that decentralized technology offers the kind of freedom, security, and longevity they feel was stripped away by traditional financial institutions.
I'm a hard asset guy. My entire life has been building real, hotels, golf courses, real estate buildings, right, commercial buildings, etc. That's what I've done. If there's anybody's eyes who shouldn't have been open to the world of cryptocurrency, it was mine, other than I realized the power that these banks had, and I realized how they were exerting that power, and they were canceling businesses all over our country. It was political. It was forced.
Eric Trump's revelation didn't come from a tech conference or an investor's pitch. It came from being cut off. According to him, banks leveraged their control not on merit, but on ideology. That experience triggered a new perspective, a realization that centralized institutions, no matter how established, can turn on anyone. And in that vulnerability, he saw an opportunity to champion a more open and secure financial alternative.
And then you realize that there's not a single thing that those banks do that can't be done better, cheaper, more efficiently, faster on blockchain. I mean, why is it that the modern financial system runs 9 to 5, Monday through Friday? Why is it, Maria, that if you want to go get a loan and you've been banking with a certain bank for 30 years, it would probably take you 100 days to go do it, and you'd be filling out antiquated paper forms? It doesn't make sense.
This isn't just about revenge against banks. It's a fundamental critique of how outdated and sluggish the system has become. For Eric, blockchain isn't just a technical upgrade, it's a necessity. A financial system that still relies on paper forms and bankers' hours has no place in a world that runs 24/7, across borders, at the speed of light.
Listen, crypto's here to stay, right? It's solving so many financial problems. It's bringing parity to the markets. You better believe that, when we look out 10 years in this country, the nature of finance, the nature of banking is going to be very, very different than it is today. And banking in this country is going to finally get in the modern age.
The Trump family isn't just speculating on where money is headed. They're building the tracks. With talk of Bitcoin reserves and stablecoin initiatives, their goal is to reshape how Americans view value, security, and monetary control. And while critics may raise eyebrows, their bet is that decentralized finance will ultimately win out, not just for them, but for the broader public tired of institutional red tape.
We just launched a stablecoin. On the other side, American Bitcoin. I think it's going to be one of the great companies out there. So I truly believe in it. And really, my epiphany was, again, cancel culture and what these financial institutions controlled by very few at the top were able to do to people that they didn't like, even families like ours that had a lot of zeros at the end of their balance sheet.
Their crypto venture is also deeply personal. For Eric Trump, the leap into decentralized assets isn't just strategic, it's redemptive. After seeing doors slammed shut in the banking world, Bitcoin and blockchain became a means of reclaiming autonomy. What started as damage control quickly evolved into a vision for a different kind of future.
How many little, small businesses they put out of business because they created some spring that was sold at Bass Pro Shops, and Bass Pro Shop sells duck hunting ammo. I mean, Maria, you wouldn't believe the stories that I heard as I traveled around the country on the campaign trail. The weaponization is real, and it has to stop. You can't have banks pick who they're going to lend to, who they're going to service in the United States of America based on their political affiliation.
Eric's message widens from family struggle to national concern. He's positioning this crypto movement as not just a way forward for Trump businesses, but a shield for everyday Americans. From duck hunters to small shop owners, the claim is clear. Decentralization protects the people traditional finance left behind.
There's nothing that crypto can't do better. There's nothing that DeFi and CeFi and Bitcoin and blockchain can't do better than these major financial institutions, and they're going to have a rude awakening if they don't wake up.
The message is almost prophetic. Either the banks evolve or they risk obsolescence. In the Trump worldview, crypto isn't a phase, it's the inevitable future. Their investment then isn't just about profits, it's about legacy, disruption, and proving that sometimes the best revenge is building something that can't be canceled.
I think everybody wants guidelines. I mean, that's part of the problem in the crypto industry. It's always been so murky that people didn't know the guidelines to follow. We have to be the leaders in this country. There's no question, because every other country in the world is doing it and doing it quickly. And I really actually think that U.S. stablecoin, saves the dollar in a very big way.
For all the optimism, there's also a sense of urgency. While Eric Trump sees great promise in crypto, he also recognizes the importance of clear regulation to ensure the U.S. doesn't fall behind. In his mind, America must embrace this financial shift not only to compete, but to preserve the strength of its own currency in a rapidly changing global economy. So, what began as a retaliation against perceived political bias has morphed into a full-scale movement toward financial reinvention. Eric and Donald Trump Jr.'s push into Bitcoin mining isn't just about mining coins. It's about mining freedom from the systems they claim tried to shut them down. Their vision of the future is one where finance is open, accessible, and immune to the influence of politics. Whether or not you share their perspective, one thing is clear. The financial map is being redrawn, and they're determined to hold the pen.
Crypto's here to stay, right? It's solving so many financial problems. It's bringing parity to the markets. You better believe that, when we look out 10 years in this country, the nature of finance, the nature of banking is going to be very, very different than it is today. And banking in this country is going to finally get in the modern age.
Do you think the rise of Bitcoin and blockchain will level the financial playing field, or simply shift power to a new group of elites? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.